It is time, guys. We officially have our hands on the Battlefront Classic Collection, and I just want to start this video by saying a huge thank you to Aspire and Lucasfilm Games for sending me a review copy of the game to test it out and review for you guys. Now, this video is just my initial thoughts, as well as some gameplay from Asajj Ventress and Kit Fisto, so I hope you guys enjoy that. But I will get a more in-depth review once the game has been played a little bit more and I've had some more time over the next day or two. Now, before I jump into my initial thoughts, remember I am giving away a copy of the Battlefront Classic Collection in less than 24 hours. So all you have to do to enter is be subscribed to the channel and comment down below which platform you'd like the game on, and I will be announcing a winner in my Discord tomorrow, which is linked down in the description. Now, I got the chance to play a little bit this morning before work, and there are a few things I want to cover in this video. But the first thing that immediately jumps out to me is how smooth the game feels running in 60 frames per second. Now, obviously, if you haven't played the game in 60 frames before and have purely played this on the original consoles, this version is going to be extremely noticeable of the change for all of you, and I really can't wait for you to experience it because it is something different. On top of this, you have the graphical enhancements, which is really nice too, and although you are able to improve textures by modding PC, I still think this looks much cleaner and a lot better. So the modded versions that we've had on PC for a while now have been better than the originals, but I think this is a step up again. I played a few maps like Renvar Harbor, Bespin, and Naboo, and they all look incredible. Not only the maps, but the troopers and the heroes are looking super clean, and I really am impressed with what they have achieved here. Now, obviously, the big draw card for this game was the 64-player online multiplayer, which I'm yet to experience purely because there aren't enough people playing the game yet to fill the lobbies, but that's something I'm really excited to try out once everyone's logged into the game. So I decided to jump into instant action and play a few rounds of Hero Assault, and while I forgot to turn my sensitivity up before jumping in, this feels like somewhere I can see myself spending a lot of time. Kit Fisto and Asajj Ventress were of course the two heroes I had to start out with, and they're both really fun. Kit Fisto especially had some pretty interesting abilities, mainly the one called Force Orb that does a huge explosive damage if you're able to connect with an enemy, and it's super easy for wiping out troopers as well, which I found out later in Conquest. With Asajj Ventress, she has these wicked lightsaber animations that make it look like she's swinging lightsaber nunchucks, and that's just absurd but so much fun at the same time. I never got to play these two characters as a kid because I played on PlayStation 2, and they were only available to people on Xbox Live. So Asajj Ventress and Kit Fisto, my first experience with them was a lot of fun. I did play a little bit of Conquest as well, and the overall feel of the game took me back to being a kid again, and I really can't wait to jam this online. But something I'm also super excited about is to actually replay through the campaign. With all the graphical enhancements and the game feeling so smooth, reliving through the battles of the Clone Wars era is going to be so much fun, and those 501st diaries that we all remember from when we were a kid are going to be extremely nostalgic for all of us that played it growing up. Also, something worth mentioning if you have played a lot of Battlefront 2 from 2017 and are just now trying the originals, a few of the controls are different, so it's probably worth jumping into your settings menu and changing a few things. I personally changed the aim down sight from R3 on my controller over to L2 and the enemy targeting from down on the D-pad to R3, just to make things a little bit easier for myself and a bit more similar to what the new Battlefront 2 plays like, so I'm not getting confused with which controls do what. Also, another thing to be aware of is stamina if you're playing in Hero Assault. Sprinting and using force abilities drains this very quickly, which also affects your ability to block, so keep that in mind when jumping in. But other than that, I'm still working through everything else, and I'll get more in-depth videos out to you very soon. But I hope you guys all enjoyed this one, and I'll leave you with a little bit of gameplay if you want to watch. If you would leave a like, I would appreciate that, and I will see you guys very soon. Thank you for tuning in, and may the Force be with you always.